It's Monday night. It's time for another episode of Play for Keeps. You'll notice that I am here alone tonight. We are missing our good friend Tom Craven, who's taking the week off. But hey, you're just going to have to deal with my face and my terrible voice. I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyway, it's time to talk toys. Hit the music. We're so close to Thanksgiving and therefore Christmas, right? Thanksgiving being Christmas part one. I don't know about you guys, but that means a lot of shopping's already happening and gonna happen, right? Black Friday coming up. There's gonna be a lot of deals, Cyber Mondays, all that stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff flying on the shelves. Collectors are gonna be keeping their eyes open for things that are at a great discount. Maybe they forgot or couldn't get their hands on earlier this year. They forgot about it, but now they're coming back full circle and you can get them at a really reduced rate. So that's pretty cool. Things are getting exciting. I know I'm hunting online for some great deals on a few things that I wanted throughout the year that I was like, I'm not going to pay that full retail price for. But anyway, let's talk about our play of the week. Okay, so I opened up something today, made a little review for it as well if you want to go check the social media. But it's something that kind of brought back some memories for me, and that is the G.I. Joe Classified series. This is Stuart Outback Selkirk. I haven't bought a G.I. Joe in probably, I don't want to tell y'all how long. uh 15, 20 years, maybe. Not that I don't like G.I. Joe. I played with him as a kid, watched the cartoon, big fan, still watch the cartoon actually. I'm loving the comics right now. I don't know if you guys are reading the comics right now. Obviously you can see plenty of comic book reviews when it comes to G.I. Joe there, if you want to go check that out. But they're hot right now. Skybound Image, the Energon verse, on fire, on fuego. I'm loving every minute of it. It's great stuff. So anyway, I picked this up and I've actually had it for like a week or so. Just haven't opened it because I was like, I don't collect G.I. Joes. Why did I get this? But I'm glad I opened it because it is a really cool figure. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you, the selling point was that T-shirt that says survival. I don't know why. I was just like, I like this guy and the beard. The beard sells it too. But I was like, man, for my first G.I. Joe in a long time, this rocks, man. It is really good. It was crazy. I didn't think it would pose as well as it does. The accessories are really detailed, like crazy detailed to my surprise. His clothing, all of it looks really, really good. So I was really happy to pick that up this week. And I had a lot of fun just posing it for the video. So I'm probably going to be picking up some more G.I. Joes, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I pick up some more G.I. Joes? Uh, Yeah, we'll see. Money will factor into that, obviously. Can't collect but so many things, man. All right, so let's talk about toy news. So let's pull this up. There's always a lot of exciting news, so I really have to like narrow it down to a couple of things because I don't want to take up a whole hour just talking about toy news. Um, and this week I saw a couple of things that piqued my interest, and I thought, hey, this is what we're going to go with. And we're going to stay on theme for the whole toy news thing, and that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. So, man, I don't want to butcher this name of this toy company. Let me pull it up here real quick. Ling Juhun, right? The only other thing I've seen that they've done is, Pacific Rim figures, like Gypsy Danger, Gypsy Avenger, and Crimson Dynamo? No, I don't think that's right. That's Marvel. But it's the three-armed Chinese, mech, but and they look really cool too, but they have these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out that look huge, man. These guys are friggin' jacked. This is definitely the adult Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who have been putting in a lot of work at the gym and have been hitting that creatine hard. You know what I mean? But they look amazing, right? And they kind of went in depth and they put two of them up for pre-order as of right now, being Raphael and Leonardo. They I like that they're all very unique sculpts. Like they're not all the same turtles with just, different weapons and colors. They actually have unique sculpts for each of these characters. And oh, thank you very much. There's my guy right there, Mr. Craven, Crimson Typhoon. See, this is why I need you, man. This is why I need you. You're the guy. You're the walking, talking toy encyclopedia or pop culture encyclopedia, excuse me. But yeah. Um, so what was cool about these is like I think Michelangelo is like 16 centimeters, Donatello and Leonardo are 16.5, and Raphael is 17. So they're all very unique in style. Uh man, they really put a lot of work into this. I don't know what the articulation is going to be like. I don't know what the quality is going to be like. I can read you what we have here. So this is the first wave of characters in the Ninja Turtles series will be the four turtles. Like I already told you, their heights 16, 16 and a half, and 17. Different body styles. The four turtle shells require independent molds and cannot be shared. So that's what I'm saying. They're very unique, which is cool. Um, the Ninja Turtles series is officially authorized by Nickelodeon, which is cool. I thought that was cool. I thought this was just going to be like a third party thing, but they're officially licensed, which is nice. Um, the main body of the Ninja Turtles has multiple movable joints. It adopts dense damping joint technology. Not 100% sure what that is. Uh, to maintain a good feel and provide a better playing experience. Based on the image authorized by Nickelodeon, the Ling Jihun team's designers carved detailed and realistic skin textures and used multi-layer spraying and hand painting techniques to take the overall texture to a higher level. And they come with like a ton of accessories too, as you can see. Um, I really like that they were independent of each other instead of being all the same mold. I think that's something cool. I looked around for pre-orders and prices. Excuse me. It seems like they're gonna be about $60 a pop, which honestly, when I first saw this, because this leak dropped a while back with just a promotional image of all four turtles, I thought these are gonna be $100 each. So I was surprised at the price, but not knowing the quality, I can't really speak to whether it's worth it or not. They look like it. They look like it, honestly. So, also, NECA is dropping their, like, cartoon version of Dark Leonardo. Uh, Dark Leonardo's like an alternate reality Leonardo, if I'm not mistaken, who was trained by the Shredder. I wanna double check on that. There's already been a couple Dark Leonardo figures. I don't think yeah, I'm not gonna yeah, the original as the leader of the Dark Turtles. Um, he's a cool figure. He's a cool looking figure. I don't know enough about him, and I honestly, this isn't gonna be a pickup for me as a Turtles fan because it's just not something that I haven't been collecting those NECAs anyway, but if you have, like, the cartoon versions, it may be something on your radar that you wanna look a little deeper at, right? Um, he looks great though. And I had seen I was like, Dark Leonardo, that sounds familiar to me. I swear I've seen that before or heard that before I saw this release. We'll get to it in just a second. I think I have a close up. Yeah. This thing looks good though. Those cell shaded turtles look really good that NECA released uh over the last couple years. Um it a little like addition, right? Uh And then, let's see here. Tom, hold on a second, please. Yeah, you wanna come on? Ladies and
See, look,
gentlemen, look at
I'm
this.
incognito. I'm floating in the internet. Look at me.
This is a surprise.
Yep, coming at you live and direct, straight from somewhere I can't tell you, but everybody else knows. My name's Off the Cuff Tom. That's Dark Leonardo. Have you talked to Mickey CKW Smith today? Seriously.
Yeah, man.
It's a wonderful thing. But yeah, going on about those turtles, they do look fantastic. This one's an interesting one, and I just want to throw in one of mine. Obviously, we don't know about this because you weren't aware of this, but if you noticed, since we're in Turtles mode, did you see the new glow-in-the-dark cat scratch coming out from Super 7?
I did.
I think that's pretty interesting considering the fact it finally gives those collectors the opportunity to really get their hands on it, considering he was the lowest run figure ever. And if I remember correctly, the last figure ever made in the original Playmates line.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely. So
Cool.
yeah.
What's the last one?
Anyway, so
I'm seriously like, I'm going to just keep looking at the thing up here, just monitoring stuff. That's why I'm in the internet right now, monitoring stuff.
double
Like,
duty, I feel you.
No
So-
name tags on or nothing. Shh.
Yeah. The Dark Leonardo reminded me of something. I've seen that somewhere before, and actually, it was released by it's Loyal Subjects. I don't remember if it's BXT or whatever it's called, but they had a cool little version of it too. I saw on Big Bad Toy Store not too long ago. I actually thought about getting it, but then again, I was like, I don't really, outside of like the movie line, I don't collect a lot of turtle stuff other than the classic figures. So
Yeah.
it was a pass for me.
Those
But
NECA figures. Ooh. You know, our standard guy in the chair, Rich, has been always going back and forth, getting the Universal Monsters Turtles crossover.
Yeah.
So we need everybody who's watching to make sure to go follow Rich. Go to like 3 Fat Nerds podcast and push him to go get them. Just do it. Like do the Turner Hoochie. Do it. Give me gin and tonic. Do it.
And I mean, now's probably the time. You probably find a pretty good deal as it goes.
Do it. But yeah, that other Dark Leonardo, I was interested in it. It really has an interesting head design. I don't know how I feel about it. I think they were getting inspiration more from Last Ronin than anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it had a lot to do with the IDW comics too, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so that's that. Now we can talk about some holiday hot lists, what people can be excited for.
Oh, did you pick up anything this week, by the way?
I did. I showed everyone my my Stuart Outback Selkirk G.I. Joe classified.
Oh yeah, that video just went up live today on Nerd Initiative across all the socials. You know, I did pick up one myself this week, also from our friends over at Big Bad Toy Store. A lot of packaging for the figure. I was very surprised, but I finally got Agent Knight in. Remember how I was raving about that, the Transformers crossover figure?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, because, Agent Knight being the redo of Kit Knight Industries 3000, being a Pontiac Firebird, being a General Motors vehicle, if you take a look, when I do this review, it actually has on the box a GM QR code, certified merchandise.
No way. I did not.
Seriously. Like, I'm enamored about the figure. I love the fact that it's got LEDs and all that stuff, but the fact that it came with a licensed product, that one really got me.
That is awesome, man. I like that. That's a good selling point. I might be interested in that now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, and that's why we're collecting the cars. Also, I have some toy news today, as a matter of fact, as well. I just got an email before we talk about that gorgeous Ghost Rider.
Go ahead.
Our friends over at Nacelle Company is going to be sending over the Biker Mice from Mars for us to review. We just got the official word.
That's
Sadly,
awesome.
It's going to come before the bikes, but the bikes are due out in January. You can check out that Brian Volkweiss interview up on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
That is up. It is 24 minutes of pure joy.
Yes.
You will absolutely love the fact that when Brian and I, we've been doing interviews for about the past 5 years now. Yeah. And you can see during the interview where it goes from, "Hi, how are you? My name's Off the Cuff Tom." Dude, I can't believe you did that. And he's the same exact way too.
Yeah, I could tell you guys had a lot of like chemistry just talking when I was watching the interview myself, and I was like, man, I could tell Tom's having a great time, and so was Brian.
All right, I will be right back.
All right, man. All right, so check it out. I perused through the Big Bad Toy Store holiday list looking for like some stuff that they have in stock that is actually kind of hard to get your hands on a lot of times, and most people are usually looking for, you know, in stores you're probably not gonna find. Uh, one of those being this awesome Danny Ketch Ghost Rider from the Marvel, Legends 85 Years, collection it just dropped recently. Bike, Ghost Rider, tons of, like, flame accessories. It's a really cool toy just to have and play with. Never mind just displaying it, but, like, for photography and stuff like that, this guy is awesome. The only thing I will say is that the eyes on the, shield, like, the front handlebar shield there, yeah, a lot of collectors have gone in and customized them where they put in, like, either some white or yellow paper back there or some kinda plastic to kinda give it that more comic accurate look as opposed to being just see right through them, transparent, which I thought was cool.
Does the head sculpt come that it's shine through? Like, you could put a backlight behind it, kind of
Yes.
like our old Superpowers Dark Side figure way back in the day.
Oh, yeah, that fire is translucent. I actually have the retro card that came out not long ago and this one, and they're not the exact same head sculpt, but they're
Is it
very close.
out through the eyes so you can do the penance stare?
I don't know, I haven't tried it with the eyes, but that fire is translucent. So
That
I
fire
haven't
is fire.
yeah.
And believe it or not, that actual fire here, the one that's closest to me, so
Yeah.
because I get my
Oh, sorry.
backwards. This one right here is a redo. Anybody that has the Power Rangers Master Collection or the one they did of the original Mighty Morphins, that is the same exact mold of the swirling Morphin Grid Energy. Good job, Marvel.
Really?
Hasbro, I should say.
Hey, Hasbro, yeah. Hitting double
So
duty on
all
that
are
one.
one.
Legendary Voltron Classic. I thought this was pretty cool. I thought a lot of nerds would love to have this under the tree or to open it on Christmas Day, whether you are
Me,
5 or 35.
no, 43.
Yeah, I remember 41, but but I mean, I thought it was cool because I was like, is it just, the Voltron, like, completed figure? No, it's all 5 lions, and you can put them together and take them apart, and it comes with all the accessories too. I was like, "Man, that's a pretty dang on good deal." And if you're a Voltron fan or just a nerd in general, how cool would that
Now,
be?
it is plastic. It is not die
Okay,
cast.
yeah. I
So
kinda figured
let's,
that because the
let's
price point
yeah.
isn't too bad, so I was like, "That's gotta be plastic. There's no way that's metal."
I know they did a metal one a few years back. I might have been Bandai did it under the Solo Jokin line, and
Mhm.
it was like 300 some odd dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
But knowing that line, and I have their minis from when they started that line a
Yeah.
long time ago, which is now discontinued, the detail is unbelievable.
I can
So you're
only
getting
imagine.
$300 worth of figure.
Yeah. Was the, Tamashii Nations, was it plastic too? I assume it was. The one they had,
I don't know. Tamashi did a figure of
was it? Or
Voltron.
was it Bandai? It was one of
It
the
was
other.
it was Bandai. The
Okay,
big
okay, okay.
$300 one was metal. That was Bandai.
Okay, okay.
Tamashi usually sticks to the small figure art scale. Every once in a while, you might get something like the Tamashi Zero. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
oh, Cat, I love you.
It looks cooler than Mattel's. We won't go into that. That'll be a long
Oh,
conversation.
we can go into it. Does someone do we have the ticker? Hold on, where's the ticker? I don't think we have the ticker in our folder. But
No, I don't think so.
the views of Off the Cuff Times, not that of the reflect that of Nerd Initiative. So please hold on your butts. The Fisher Price 40th anniversary Voltron Little People thing is a goddamn cash grab, and I really don't want anybody to go out and buy it. It is stupid and ridiculous, and seriously, who the heck would want to buy all that cardboard?
That's fair. I had a lot of opinions on all the little people, whatever they are. They've been dropping for all franchises this year.
I really think what they're trying to do is because again, Little People is, I believe, Fisher Price, and Fisher Price
Mhm,
is Hasbro, if I remember correctly. If I put all
mhm,
of my dots together, I
mhm.
think they're doing it one for the nostalgia sake, and two so they can keep the licensing on their IPs because you got to at least put something out. We know as Transformers guys how often that we've had to rename a character or take a character and put them in a new design.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking that's going to be the same reason.
yeah. They I saw some Transformers ones, and I was like, "Man, why?" But whatever.
Mhm.
To each his own. I'm sure somebody's collecting them. But anyway, so there's a few helmets that I thought were pretty awesome.
Wow.
I the Green Goblin was just pretty sick from Marvel Legends. If you're a cosplayer, this thing is highly detailed, very cool. Highly recommend it. It's on Big Bad Toy Store. You can pick it up in stock. So
Another big thing I will say that I have a buddy, my local guy, just incredible, who's been over on Turn the Page for our Green Lantern episode. He does a lot of cosplay, and there have been times where he has used the Marvel Legends. He might have had to paint or just do a little this, that, or the other thing, but the quality on them, I've personally never had an issue with them.
yeah,
I know some people, oh, is that like, dude, you're getting a helmet for 125 bucks, 150
yeah,
bucks. Shut up.
yeah. A painted nice helmet. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
in the spirit of holidays, I love these naughty or nice Santas that are on Big Bad Toy Store, and they're exclusive. Like they make them, their Big Bad Toy Shop or whatever it is. And I actually have one of them, the Barbarian Santa, which is super
Oh, really?
awesome. uh, these are really cool. They have way more than what I brought up. This is just regular Santa, Great Northern Santa. There's Mall Santa. There's
Great
Zombie
Northern
Santa.
Santa. You mean like, hey, that's the Canadian Santa because he comes with his own toque there and some maple syrup, you know?
Yeah, they have like 3 or 4 different kind of Krampus Santas. There's a lot up there if you're looking for something specific. They even have like elves and reindeer and nutcrackers. They have all kinds of stuff in this line that I was like, dude, this is pretty awesome. If I, was into it, I'd probably collect them, but I just
So
wanted the one.
if anybody knows, it has anybody who's like lives Christmas or happens to live in Christmas, Pennsylvania, that's what you got to send to them.
Nice. That was good.
Yes, there is a Christmas tree.
What's next? Oh, so the Legend of Zelda Master Sword prop. That's also in stock on their like hot holiday list. This is something I want. I'm hoping my wife will get it for me for Christmas. I definitely like put it in front of her and be like, "Hey, look at this. This is cool." But it's supposed to be like actual scale. It's a cool sword. I don't know if it's foam or not. I didn't look. I hope not.
Now, typically when they do their proplicas, this company, they really try to make them solid, but obviously not too much. You
Yeah.
know, that it's going to be swinging around a solid, flap of plastic.
Yeah. So Kat's talking about the Green Goblin helmet also being on Disney, which makes sense. It's Marvel, right? I think they have a lot of like crossover
Merchandising.
Merchandising. What's next? Oh, I have this also in my collection. Hot Wheels Optimus Prime. This was a hot ticket, man. This thing sold out in pre-order, and then they got like, I don't know, a second wave of them or whatever. So it's in stock right now too. If that's something you missed out on, if you're a big Optimus Prime guy like me, it was something I had to have. So that's also there. Not a bad stocking stuffer. Just saying.
No comment.
Okay. This was a really hot toy line right now. I love it.
And great comic book series.
Yeah. Reviewed by Mr. Tom.
Me?
But yeah, they've got a few Turtles of Grayskull out there right now on their hot holiday list. I guess Stealth Leonardo, he's pretty cool. They actually this is like the second wave of Turtles. Now they have like different costumes and stuff. And even though I have the first wave, I'm trying really hard not to do the second wave, but man, they just look so cool. Like,
okay. So if you're following the comic books and you've seen Wave 1, you'll notice that a lot of these figures are inspired by other Eternians.
Yeah.
Do we know who this might be based on? Or is this, do you think, an original design?
I think this is an original design. If I had to guess. I can't think of who this might be. Can you?
I don't know. I would have to agree. But God knows, next issue, probably I'll find and go, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, probably. Next up. Oh, yeah. So the McFarlane Batmobile from Batman Forever, I believe. No, yeah, this is Batman Forever.
Yep,
yeah,
Batman Forever.
This is the gold edition, which comes with the Alfred Pennyworth action figure. If you're a hardcore Batman guy, this is the one. I bought the Flash Batmobile, which I kind of wish I had waited and got, because they released the daggone 89 later. And I was like, man, come on, dude. I know it looks the same, but there's a slight difference in the two.
And just for clarification, this Alfred does not come with bat nips.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. But the Batmobile does light up, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Also, not a bad Batmobile design. I feel like,
and you also need shelf space. That's 32 inches if you really think think it.
It is big.
A lot of space to take up.
It is big. Coming back around to the helmets, this Darth Vader is on sale on Big Bad Toy Store as well. And dude, I didn't realize how far they went with the detail on this one, because you could take the helmet part off and you can see all the intricate designs of the circuitry on the inside. I don't know what it looks like when you're wearing it, if you can even see out of it, but it looks
Well,
pretty
I
cool.
mean, obviously they're going to make them so you can. My
Yeah, I
my
would think
biggest
so.
concern is, what size did they get? Because they always try to generalize
Yeah,
the average human head. So having to put that intricacy in there, did we make the muzzle, for lack of better words, larger?
yeah,
So to accommodate a normal face. That's my one question.
yeah. That'd be interesting. I didn't look at the dimensions. Probably should have done that. But they also had a Captain Rex, which is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So this is, if I was to be tempted to get a Star Wars helmet, it would probably be this one
Definitely.
out of all of them. Yeah, I even like the etched numerals from the. I don't know if that's droids he's taking down or what, but that's pretty cool too.
One thing I absolutely love is the fact, if this is for everybody who's not a big Star Wars person. If you've ever wondered why Rex always has the different helmet than everybody else, is because he loved his Phase One helmet, so that would be the lines up. But everything down here, he really liked the respirator of the Phase Two helmets. So he literally kit bashed together his own suit. There's nobody else out there that has this helmet, so you will always be able to tell Rex from everybody else.
And that's why he's so cool. And he's got the little Ahsoka whatever symbols that he painted up there. It's pretty dope. It is sick. I agree. All right, let's move on to the next one. As Tom takes a Sonata. Original Spider-Man Mafex was up on the site, which surprised me. Mafex is usually hard to get a hold of, especially anything Spider-Man related, right? But it is in stock, and I was like, man, that'd be a cool figure to get my hands on. They are always super posable. They are like really good. I very rarely run into people talking about joint problems or like stuff like that, but Mafex is usually pretty good about replacing it too if you do have any problems. But man, when you're talking about posability and photography, Mafex is like really good, in my opinion, anyway. What's next on the list here? Oh, dude. So SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super fans. uh so like hold on a second. All right, excuse me. So Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Blue. I'm sorry, Super Saiyan Blue. SH Figuarts figure here. That is also
Is this the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, you mean?
it's Super Saiyan God Blue, isn't it?
So technically, they shorten it to blue, but it
Yeah.
is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Hmm.
That is level blue.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this is that they had an exclusive at New York Comic Con, and I got to see it. It has a higher scale premium paint where they put a little extra metal fleck in it. Not this one, but the one I saw in New York. Oh,
Oh, yeah. You saw this one in New York?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a beautiful figure. Which I love all their Dragon Ball. That's the only SH Figuarts I really collect are from the Dragon Ball line, anyway. But yeah,
Yep. I mean, one thing I will say, and if you guys did get a chance to take a look at our Bandai
yeah,
interview that we had at New York Comic Con, I've been a figure arts collector for over a decade plus now. And to see the technology that has grown over the years is amazing.
yeah,
Let me tell you. So when you get these figures, love them to death.
yeah.
And also helps maybe every once in a while put a humidifier in the room, but that's a whole different story.
uh, but again, speaking of Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, NECA has a like soft goods Jack Skellington that is up on the hot list right now. I mean, come on, Disney fans, Nightmare fans, Jack
Now,
Skellington fans.
have you ever had a Jack Skellington figure?
I haven't, but I think I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
I have.
Yeah.
Everybody take real good look behind Jack. You absolutely need to stand for this. I had bought a very odd brand figure, Greater Philadelphia comic book convention 7 years ago. I finally took it out of the box because I had shelf space and also because it's getting close to the holidays. And it comes with a small little version of the graveyard, so he kind of looks like he's standing
Yeah.
out of it. Great figure, great movement, weird joints. I mean, very peculiar figure. I had to lock Jack's feet in the grates of the graveyard so he would stand up alone. So, being this is a soft figure, please just everybody be aware to
get a stand.
Get a stand and have the shelf space.
Yeah, I definitely knew with those skinny little legs it would be an issue because I'm actually running into that with my animated series Batman from McFarlane because he has some skinny little legs and a big old friggin' torso and broad ass shoulders, and like he's just constantly falling over. I'm gonna have to go get me an extra stand because I'm using all of mine right now, or switch something out. But that's definitely a problem.
Steve's Sticky Stuff, I think that's what it's called. It's a industry double face tape. I use that with a lot of my smaller figures like Dio, Lola from all my Black Series droids. Little tiny dabble, do you? Make sure you don't put it on painted surfaces though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's important. Don't take off the paint. All right, what do we got here? Oh yeah, Revoltech has a cool little Stitch figure up on the list. I thought this thing was. I didn't know this existed. The only Revoltech I've ever seen are the ones that kind of look like, I don't know, like robot versions. So I was surprised to see just a plain old Stitch character up there.
Now, is this one or two different figures or interchangeable?
It's one figure, and he has two. He can add the arms. And he has an alternative, like the top part of his head is what changes, not the bottom, which is interesting. But
yeah. They were real smart as far as doing these promo pictures, making sure to block out the other.
The hole where the other arm would go. Yeah,
that's why I was wondering: is it a torso swap or is it what kind of figure is it?
Yeah.
Even the antenna come down, so when he's in dog mode.
Yeah. I just thought that was cool. I wouldn't expect them to be able to do that go from like alien to dog, whatever animal. So
the other thing is that I would love to see if this sells really, really well. I would love to see the accessory packs that they could do with this.
Dude.
soft goods, Elvis costume, ukulele, lei, the whole nine. Or, obviously because we even, 3D printers out there, see what they can do to customize it.
Oh, I'm sure you could do some great things. Stitch is a good character to do that stuff with.
And that new teaser trailer just came out today too.
Did it? I didn't see that. I watched the new Sonic trailer that dropped yesterday, but other than that, I haven't really seen anything. So Super 7 has a Godzilla -1 Ultimates figure. They tend to do pretty well with like large figures as opposed to like, human, smaller action figures. Like the Megazord, like Godzilla, like other big monsters or kaiju or something, or mechs. They tend to be a little bit better with those figures, in my opinion.
I wonder what the scale is to this. Could I have a Megazord Godzilla crossover?
Well, I actually have it. Hold on a second. Oh, whoops. Sorry, that's
wrong
not Godzilla.
one.
That's not Godzilla. Apologies. Sorry.
Not the mama.
Not the mama. So he is 8.4 inches tall and 14.22 inches long from tail to snout. How big was the Megazord?
Hold on, I'm actually on the website right now looking.
I think
that's the wrong one. That's their robot line.
I feel like he was at least 7 to 8 inches.
7 inches. Yep, he's 7 inches.
Oh man, big old chunky boy beating him down.
Well, that makes sense. No, Godzilla should be taller than the Megazord. I'll be honest.
Especially the -1 one. He was a really big guy.
Yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if we're out there, forcing people to get things, this is one we want to make sure Rich gets. So we're going to make sure that we manifest it out into the universe and start bugging them on social media to go buy it on bigbadtoystore.com.
That's hilarious. Get it right now.
Do it.
Anyway, there's a ton of other stuff. I just picked out a few things that I thought was cool that maybe whatever, but whatever franchise you're into, whatever thing you collect, I swear they had so many things on that list and that looked cool, that brought back memories. Because like the strawberry shortcake, I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. And the Pokemon stuff, there's plenty of anime stuff, Simpsons, Barbie, Gremlins. I was like, wow, this is a pretty good mix of things, because I thought it would be all more like anime, comic books, centric maybe, but nah, there's a lot of stuff up there. Go check them out, man. That holiday hot list or whatever it is, or
Oh yeah.
I was just looking through it today. I was like, this is pretty impressive that they have this many items and this varied amount of franchises available for everyone.
Now you were saying, as much as you were saying, saying, oh, there wasn't a lot of Japanese brands or IPs and whatnot. There is plenty of anime stuff. There's plenty of tokusatsu stuff. Obviously, we did touch on Godzilla. I can say from my own experience, I have ordered from Big Bad Toy Store before. We were partners with them. Plenty of Super Sentai figure arts. Also, for those of you who are Kamen Rider fans, highly recommend. They always have a very fresh set of figures on. Tamashii Nations also sells through them as well, so you
Yep.
can get some of those exclusives. You are going to pay for them, trust me. I
Yeah.
almost paid for a Kamen Rider Grease for like $137 once.
But again, if you're diligent, you can catch them on sale. And actually, I think my next slide will go over that because they do have a clearance section, and then they have the Hot 100. So
Yep.
this is kind of separate from like the toy buying guide. This is clearance sale, just things they're trying to get rid of. Maybe that didn't sell well, or just they have overstock of, or whatever it may be. But I mean, you're talking like up to 75% off some stuff. The Holiday Hot 100 is kind of like those things that they sold really well, but they still have plenty of. Those are mostly overstock. So if you have a chance, you can go pick those up.
So one thing I will tell you, everybody out here, so looking at this beautiful picture that Mickey put together here as well, that Goliath up there from NECA is absolutely wonderful. There has been one large problem with the Gargoyles line. If anybody hasn't, have you picked any of them up?
I haven't. I've been tempted, but I haven't.
I have two. The wings are not collapsible.
Oh, okay.
So that was a major issue they had with Goliath. And secondly, their first Goliath, because they have made two, Goliath was done super detailed. So it was very big, very big in the chest and detail. That's one thing. Brooklyn is even worse because he's being so skinny as he is. He almost looks emaciated because they made so much detail on the muscles, and that's a shame.
Right.
But if you do get Goliath and you really want to enjoy him with his closed wings, you want to make sure you pick up Bronx, because they wanted to make sure they wanted to upsell Bronx, because you could get away with selling Goliath for $30, and then Bronx, in my opinion, should be like a $20 figure. But if you throw in the wing swaps, now you've got something. Then let's go on top of it again. There is an Avalon set of the Goliath as well that I saw at last year's New York Comic Con, and I talked to these guys about. That's how I know, have an idea. What they did with the Avalon set is it's actually Goliath and Demona. And for those of you who remember that particular season, it is the amulet, the Avalon amulet, the golden teal amulet that had the dragon on it, is in that as well. And that has a total face swap to make it more TV accurate.
Okay.
So they take away all the hyper detail and make him look very smooth and sleek as it was on the cartoon.
They're so good at like sneaking things in, and
no, they're so good at backtracking. I'll say
it. That's true. But that's the end of that list. If you're looking for a cool Christmas present, or you just want to
send me a cool Christmas present,
or maybe you're just trying to pick up something you missed this year, it's a good place to go look. It's there. What else you got, man? You got anything else?
I really don't have much else. We are going to be following up at some point doing the newer generations of controllers. We started last week, but there's just so many to do. And obviously with me being in this particular situation that I am in this week, and just luckily that I was able to jump on here with you for a short while and take my lunch break. It worked out.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're going to be Mickey and I are going to be figuring out everything else that's going to be coming out for the rest of the year. Just remember that we are not going to be available one particular, I think it's December, whenever the Cheersies are. So we won't be doing that episode.
Yeah.
Well, we will and we won't. Mickey will be doing the voices. I'll be doing the drum roll, please. So that's about it. I don't think I really have anything else as far as toy news. I know I've got a few reviews coming out soon. They're in the mail. I got that Digimon one coming up, which I'm really and I'll be honest with everybody, I've had it for a while. I just got to redo it. I didn't like the first take on it. But I do have a hot take on that.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Everything you said, right? I think I've got a few reviews I'm working on now, other than the Selkirk I did today. I kind of wanted to do something different with that one. I was like, I don't want to do a big old long review on this. Let's just do something short and keep it sweet, because I've seen a lot of cool videos like that online where people hit a lot of good points in under a minute. And I was like, dude, I'm going to try that with him. So I did that. But I will have some longer ones coming up too. I'm not sure. I got a couple of the Big Bad Toy Store Monster Force figures, the ones that they make exclusive to their line.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dracula and something Helsing. I can't remember his first name off the top of my head, but they're really cool packaging, really cool figures. So I'm going to review those pretty in depth here coming up soon. So yeah, that's what I got. All right. So again, we're talking about
is the Monster Force based on that 1980s cartoon or whatever it was?
No. This is they actually created their own IP. They actually have a comic coming out with it eventually. Mm-hmm. It's a totally new story. They've got like new takes on Universal monsters and stuff. They look a little more like suit and tie and probably like more like a street gang kind of thing going on, but it looks really cool. There's a lot of like, it looks very G.I. Joe / Supernatural. So
seriously, I'm looking at it right now as we're speaking. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I would even say it's a mashup of like G.I. Joes and even Clone Troopers.
Yeah. Some of those figures just look cool to have, like those troopers. They're pretty cool. But yeah, check out every Tuesday. Check out Turn a Page. We were already talking about that. Cheersies are coming up. Vote, please. Go and vote. Favorite writer, best artist, best limited series, best independent. There's so many categories.
There you go. December 30th. There you go.
Yeah.
Editor-in-Chief.
We need as many votes as possible because we want to make sure the best of the best are represented, So seriously, go vote as many times as you want. It's unlimited, So that's that. Thursday nights, Wrestling Night Live with Rich and Nick and Ken. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what's going on in wrestling right now. Other than, I think War Games is coming up. So you've got Bloodline, OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. CM Punk coming out to be with the OGs. So that was pretty exciting. I'm sure some tumultuous stuff is going to happen there, but they're covering that. They're covering AEW, New Japan, everything, man. Indie circuits, just check them out. They know what they're talking about. They're great guys. Yeah, I think that's about it, as far as I know.
Well,
and as always, check out our website, right? Reviews. We got movie reviews, TV reviews, comic reviews, all kinds of stuff, man. Just
toy reviews.
Hit it up. Toy reviews. Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, you mind if I finish it off then, since you started it?
You do it.
Yeah, it's Monday night. It's 8:44. You know what time it is. You've already had your week started off right here on Nerd Initiative. Make sure to come back and check us out. Mickey,